welcome back to Tight Lining Maryland. I'm out on a small little stream today where we're going to basically do a little bit of fishing for brown trout. The goal here is going to be to use two different styles. We're going to use our 10-foot 7-weight Syndicate rod for some streamer fishing, and then we're also going to do a little bit of 10-foot 3-weight nymphing with our double nymph rigs, but we might do something uniquely different today and something we've never done on this channel. We're going to use the New Zealand indicator, which is basically just attaching a little bit of yarn. I want to see how that works and see how the drifts kind of look, and then ultimately if it yields a little bit softer presentation and maybe even a couple more fish. So if that goes well, I'll tutorialize that or make a tutorial of the video, but hopefully for today we can get on some fish and make this somewhat not so great conditions of about 35 or 37 and windy as well as cloudy, and turn this into something special. So thank you as always for tuning back in, and I hope you enjoy. I think this is a fall fish taking a streamer. Pretty sure. Yep, look at this guy. Fall fish nabbing a big old meaty streamer. This one I might actually put on camera just because you don't see it often. He came all the way across the creek to hit that thing. So. Look at that guy. There, not the ugliest, not the prettiest, but we'll send him back. See you, bud. Interesting. I definitely did not expect that on a streamer. Got him. Just let that thing sink just enough. He chased it, and then I just dropped it for him right on the not the bank, but couldn't get the net out quick enough. That was a pretty fish. So that was disappointing. I didn't lodge a good strip set in him, but I'll ask for some feedback real quick, and hopefully you'll let me know what you think or what you do. So sometimes what will happen is I'll have a fish chase kind of a good distance, and then what will happen is as it gets close to me, and I've done this now twice, you saw it right here, and then you saw it in another video that I did on streamer fishing part 2, and what I have found is that if they're chasing a far distance to get to it, and it's starting to get close to me, and I'm fearful that honestly they're gonna see me, what I'll do is I'll just completely pause it and let it fall to the bottom, and then as a result they basically just pick it up for me. So that's what I did there with that fish. Unfortunately, like I said, just didn't get a good hook set into him. But what are your thoughts? Would you keep stripping? Do you think it's something that situational dependent, time of year? What are your thoughts about? Do you keep stripping, or do you just pause it and let it sink to the bottom? All right, so the New Zealand indicator just wasn't quite doing what I wanted it to. So what we've done is we've switched it up to a really heavy fly, at least for the Euro setup, and that's a micro streamer. It's a jig style fly, and it really just dives down to the bottom. And on there I also have a Paragon. So I'm fishing kind of two new patterns for me, at least. I haven't fished this olive kind of micro streamer before, and I haven't fished the Paragon. So newly tied, just kind of experimental. We're gonna see if we can't full brown trout somewhere in this stream with that. But as you can probably see, that wind is doing damage to my ability to read if I'm getting a take. Just not good right now. Ooh, that's a nice fish. Oh, that's a very nice fish. Stay down. We don't want you doing that. There we go. Nice fish. This is a fly that, again, is experimental to me, but is really starting to become really popular among a lot of guys that are doing, you know, tight line nymphing and Euro nymphing. I'll shout out two channels real quick, and I had actually done it before in a previous video, but I never published that one, so I owe them a debt of gratitude. And that's going to be Hotspot Nymphing. Justin, who does that channel, is responsible for helping me to get this guy. And then Old Dominion Trout Bum is another guy. Two really good channels, two really smart anglers, and you know, they both use these micro streamers or kind of like little buggers, and as a result we've got a nice probably 14-inch fish. So let's get this guy off and get him back in. All right, this guy's got an interesting little peck fin right there. He's got a little deformity, but you don't see that often. But really pretty fish here. We're gonna get him back. Had a couple hits right there. There we go. Another nice one on that bugger. There we go. So a couple sitting in this little spot right here. Nice and easy. So stupid simple pattern. It's literally made of like two different materials. It's got just a little bit of a wrap for a tinsel body, and then marabou tail, and just throw it on a size 8 or 10 you know, jig hook with a 4.0 millimeter bead. I'll have to do a simple tying video on that, but here's another one that was fooled with that particular pattern. Alrighty, another pretty brown. Look at that tail with all the red. Let's get him back. So we just picked up another fish in this hole. Unfortunately, it's not even that I didn't have the camera on, which is usually my biggest problem, is I actually had the camera on, but I just didn't have it on my head. So check out this guy. Super light, really, you know, gray looking, but cool spot patterns. Really just has a couple black spots, and that's really about it. So let's get this guy back. It's my first fish on a Perdigon. Happy to have gotten one on that. I'm gonna reference you back to another channel that I've already mentioned before, and that's Old Dominion Trout Bum. He you know, again, this guy really knows what he's doing, and he's a great fly tyer, good angler. And I watched one of his, you know, basically fly tying videos on how to make a Perdigon, and it was just really easy and simple and informative. And with that said, I had some of the materials. He kind of even coached me through a variation of it, and sure enough, you know, I was able to put one in the basket right there using one of the flies that him and I talked about. Really nice run right here. We got off color water, just because it's a little bit green tint to it. It's got a little bit of depth, good flow. This should hold a fish. There we go. Sure enough, there's one on the Perdigon. It should have been a fish holding. Beautiful little brown, took the Perdigon. Good stuff. So this water is probably better for a couple weeks from now, staging for spring. I think you'll see a lot more fish in water like this very, very soon. In the meantime, because it's been so cold, there's no question that that one spot from before, why there were so many trout kind of stacked up in that low, slow water, or I should say, not low and slow, but slow and deep water. So at least we got one out of here. It definitely was very fishy. Alrighty, everybody, that's going to wrap it up for Tightlining Maryland. It was another good day on the stream, albeit it was a little windy and a little cold. We were still able to put fish in the basket. We ended up with a total of 5 fish caught, I think 3 of which we definitely got on film, 2 of which, you know, unfortunately, I either had the camera off or for some reason just didn't have it on, so I apologize for that. But it was a good day chasing wild brownies. We were able to do it in a variety of ways. We got them on a regular streamer, we got them on a micro streamer, and we got them on a nymph. And I think that there's a lot to be said about that in terms of just making sure that throughout the day you try different things, you just experiment, and you get a little out of your comfort zone. So thankfully today that paid off in a big way, and I look forward to the next time I can hit the stream, and thank you for watching. Tight lines whenever you head out next.